I'm here to solve the JonBenet case. How? I'm gonna ask every American in the country if they killed JonBenet, starting with this city, Chicago. I'm coming for you. What are the odds that the murderers here in Chicago? Slim to none, which is exactly why they'd be here.
So I started knocking on every door in Chicago, knowing that eventually one of those knocks would lead to a yes. One of those knocks would lead to JonBenet's killer. One of those knocks would find me the person that did it.
Yes.
Hi, did you kill JonBenet?
What? No.
Excuse me, ma'am. I just have a question about JonBenet.
However, surprisingly, the general consensus seemed to be no. No one had killed JonBenet.
I got a good feeling about this one. Hello.
Hello.
Did you kill JonBenet Ramsey?
No.
You're useless.
But I am the Zodiac Killer. Square, triangle, squiggly, symbol.
There were no killers in Chicago. That was starkly apparent. I knew I needed to find the killer. I'd even tried handing out flyers, but that yielded no results. I had to go back to the beginning, re-examine the facts of the case from the very start, get in the mind of the killer and the victim.
As a child in Colorado, JonBenet most likely played on a playground much like this one we see here. What does this playground have? Swings. Swings, playground, children. Children like playgrounds. JonBenet was a child. Coincidence? There are no coincidences in murder. Behind me you can see an exact replica of the infamous window in which this believed killer might have snuck through. As you can see, I have also perfectly replicated spider webs with my drawing. If my theory is correct, it will be impossible to climb through the window without destroying the spider webs. Let's put this to the test.
Clearly the science didn't add up. The window was impossible to get through. Every time I destroyed the spider webs, the window was a dead end. The killer had gotten away for decades. I was going about this all wrong, thinking about this all wrong. If I was really going to catch this killer, I was going to have to think ahead of the curve.
Caitlin, I need to take out a billboard to catch who kills JonBenet.
Jack, we don't have a budget for a billboard.
Don't be absurd. We have a budget for a billboard.
Jack, we do not have a budget for a billboard.
That is absurd.
It was absurd. Not allowing me to take out a billboard, that was a reasonable request, and she was standing in the way. What was she standing in the way of? The truth, perhaps? As time went on, it became apparent. Apparent of one thing, one true fact. I had made a lead. I had found the killer. And that killer was Caitlin. I began following her, looking for signs of a killer. Looking for signs of that psychopath that I knew was within. Secretly recorded our production meetings, looking for a sign.
I'm on to you, you serpent of evil. I'm coming.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Jack, why are you filming me?
I'm not filming you.
Jack, what?
I'm
What
not
are you
filming
doing?
you.
Kids
I'm not
can't
filming.
After decades of hiding, Caitlin had become an expert at keeping her true identity a secret. Regardless of what I tried, how many traps I laid, she just didn't seem to fall in them. She was always one step ahead of me. There was only one way I was going to catch her, to confront her head on, to ask her, once and for all, if she was the killer.
Hey, Jack.
I know what you did.
What are you talking about?
Why don't you have a seat?
Okay. Is everything good?
Sit down!
Okay. Should I take my... Jack, what is going on?
Did you kill Jean Benet?
No! What? No!
Promise?
Yeah, I did not kill her.
Oh. Never mind.
Caitlin wasn't the killer. Another dead end. I was out of leads. I wasn't ready to give up, but it seemed that I had no choice. I had nowhere left to go. Jean Monnet truly was a cold case. A cold case that I would revisit later, like a leftover Subway sandwich.